by Giants Beats.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags with the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get thrown out the conversation. Throw up two fingers and tell them please don't keep the drama away. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN, hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content, come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost, yeah, you dudes need to back off. You got the work around here, yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name, that's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags, and you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. Good conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah, why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags with the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags with the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold notes over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on, bro. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags? BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. For everybody that don't know, there was they was having a vigil for some of the people who have recently passed away due to violence in the community. Some of this violence is, at least the majority of this, all of the violence being from the police. Times Square, we pulled up over there. There's a video on it. There was a couple of people speaking. I want to apologize for getting there late. I should have got there earlier. I wish I did get there earlier so we would have been able to better hear more of the speakers. With that being said, tonight I want to have this conversation, and I guess it's a freedom of speech conversation, but it really isn't a freedom of speech conversation. But I guess it is a freedom of speech conversation. But what we have to understand is exactly what freedom of speech is. So we're going to have a conversation about that, and we'll also have a conversation about is it fair for the government to be able to use rap lyrics to prosecute people? Now, particularly to be clear with you, I see pros and cons in this, so I'm not on either side of this conversation. So if you hear me saying something that's saying, nah, I don't think that's a good idea, and then other times I might be saying something contrary to that, it's not that I'm saying contrary. I just don't think, I think that this is more of a fluid situation in most times, rather than something that's no, I think it's fluid. I think often it has to deal with the individuals and what you're talking about, much more than it has to deal with exactly what's being said. So with that being said, let's just go over the people real quick that did drops earlier today. Yes, it is. Let's go over the people that did drops earlier today, and then let's get to the show. Let's pull this stuff up. I was not 100% prepared to have these things pulled up on the shows. So let me I wasn't. Why am I not prepared some of the time? I don't even get that. It'd be like, yo, what's going on with you, Jack? It'd be like, Jack is doing things, you rat bastards. With that being said, let's call out these drops real quick from this morning. Pardon me, sorry about that. Shout out to first of all, shout out to because I didn't call this from last night. Shout out to Big Malo. Shout out to Prince to Amir. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Phil Jackson. Shout out to Wavy D. Shout out to Dog Soldier. Shout out to JAS. Shout out to New York Silver Stacker. Shout out to New York Silver Stacker. Then shout out to New York Silver Stacker again. Also shout out to Dog Soldier again. And shout out to Vic Star. Somebody says that if they're saying you really living that life, they're gonna investigate. I can't even argue that point. I can't argue many of these things that's particularly going on, to be honest with you. And we're gonna get to that. Let's do roll call real quick, and then let's get to the show. But we're gonna get to that, and I think that what you're basically talking about, Mario, is that there's some personal responsibility with some of these things that these rappers are saying. So we're gonna get to that. Give me 1 second. With that being said, what up, Emmanuel? Why you wait? What? Oh, pop-up got blocked. How? I don't even have a pop-up block on, do I? Why would something have popped up? What in the hell? Anyway, shout out to Emmanuel. He says, shout out to Go9. What up, Jack? What up? What up, Native Son? He says, what's good, y'all? Salute, my brother. Happy to see you up in here today. What up, Crusader? He says, no, it's not fair. Lots of rappers be capping in their music. I 100% agree with that. Mario Rod said, what happened to freedom of speech? We're going to go over what freedom of speech is. I think people have a misconception of what freedom of speech is. And for everybody that don't know, freedom of speech actually encompasses more than just what we actually, the words that come out of our mouth. Emmanuel says, did you see the academics in the wine manager interview? He basically said, yeah, I gave the cops the phone because I had it on me and it rang. They left, came back in the room with a warrant for it. How would they even have known that was his phone? That's a whole nother. I'm not even going to get into that right now. What up, Monica Kendra Whitehead? We got to cover that, though. You all right. What up, Monica Kendra Whitehead? Okay. First of all, salute. I see the hard work that you're putting in, baby girl. Keep it up. I'm telling you right now, nothing comes without hard work. Who else is up in here? What up, Queen Shah? She says, salute, Frost, BB, and fam. Let's have a great show tonight. Hit that like button on the way in. Show some love. Hit that like button before they come and start flagging the channel, and then all of a sudden problems. So if you hit the like button, it's a precursor to prevent the flags from being able to be helpful to the haters. So it would be nice if you flagged. It would be nice if you hit the like button. But I mean, if you don't hit the like button, there's nothing I can say about it. It's not like I could jump through the phone and make you. What up, Gorilla? How you doing? He says BBN Night Show. Yeah, my brother. Let's go. Who else we got up in here? What up, KC? Derek, how you doing, my brother? Salute. He say, what it do? And it's not cuckoo, it's kuh. Just so you know, Kuh, Kuh. Oh yeah, singing a song. All right, let's go. What up, Zippo? Zippo says, yes, it is. They can't connect the dots. Definitely want to have that conversation. I agree with you on that, by the way. Rod says, if you say it and you are really living that life, they're going to investigate. I agree with you. We want to have that conversation also. Those are two contrary conversations, by the way, and I believe both of those... Wait, are they? No, they're the same conversation. But I do believe both of those conversations are important. We will be having that conversation. Zippo also says, especially Mario, you can't expect them to just ignore it. That's a whole fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. What up, Symbology Scanner says, salute BBN fam. Salute my brother. You already know what it is. What up, Dog Soldier Broadcast Group? Dog Soldier. Dog Soldier says, good night to the BBN fam. Jack Frost, love is power. Love is power, my brother. All of the powers is the loves. Dog Soldier with the 550 drop. You should smack. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Dog Soldier telling you. Wait on with this camera. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. Fix. We're not doing this. Camera, we is not doing this. Is we doing this, camera? Is we doing this? We is not doing this. Camera, fix. What did the 5 fingers Say to the face, a whole hater drop early in the show. We gonna get anybody else want to smack some haters? Somebody said enjoying the energy, my brother. I'm gonna explain something about me real quick, right? You know when you could tell. Okay, so I like being nice to people. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like having good conversations with people. I like being nice to people. Let me unbuckle this belt. I like that invigorates me. Like when I could be around people where I could, like, that just invigorates me. You understand what I'm saying? So whenever I go long periods of time where I'm cooped up in here and I gotta just work, it kind of drags on me. Whenever I go out and I'm around people and they just that negative energy and all that type of shit, it kind of like it's not recharging my batteries. Like I need to have my batteries recharged sometimes. I need to be around people with that good energy, and I just don't always have that opportunity because I love being nice to people. It's not always about people being nice to you. Go be nice to people. When like that's just a certain freeness when you got the ability to just be nice to other people. It's just, I can't explain it. It's just a certain freeness and it feels good. It feels good to me though. Dog Soldier said, why would anyone speak on illegal activities that could cause them possibly to go to jail, whether in a song or in their interview? Smart, dumb-ish. Okay, what up, Liberty Hazelton? We got Liberty Hazelton up in the house. What up, Straight G Toro? So I want to know what you guys think about this because I want to have a conversation. I want to allow for people to call in. I'm going to let y'all call in. Whoever call in, don't got to send a drop. Whoever want to call in, hit me on IG. Obviously, if I don't know your IG, I'm probably just not going to let you speak because I'm not going to. Obviously, if I don't know who you are, I'm not going to let you talk. Let's just be clear on this. So the people who be trying to call into the show for whatever the reasons is that y'all trying to call into the show, don't waste your time. Straight G Torres said, according to Bruce the lawyer, they could be used in court as long as it's relevant. I want to say something real quick, and this is a shame that this is going on. This is a shame that this is going on in our community. But Hassan Campbell's always talking about black on black hate. Black on black crime. I don't want to talk about black on black crime. I want to talk about black on black love. Just so we can be clear. But I do want to point out something that is absolutely relevant in our communities, and it's probably the root of many of our social issues that we have with one another. And that is people we have to stop looking at each other trying to figure out why we should like the other person. Like, you ever told somebody, yo, that person's cool, and somebody say, why? What do you mean, why are they cool? What the fuck? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Yo, I fucks with that person. Why you fuck with them for? Like, that don't even make sense. Why does it have to be the negative before the positive? It's hard to live the way that I be talking. I get it. And often when you're around people that don't share those same values, you're going to be seen as pussy. You're going to be seen as soft. You're going to be seen as a whole lot of things, because in order to live the type of values that I talk about, you got to walk away from a lot of shit that you would prefer to get involved in. You don't really got a choice. You really do. So I get it. I get it 100%. Just to be honest with you. I get it. But think about this for one moment. We have a problem that everybody notices and sees, where black men are being targeted. Not by all police, but by enough police that some of us end up dead. And we still have to worry about our own brothers and our own sisters killing us over nothing. Not even over a real problem. Not even over a real beef. Just so we could be clear, if you got a real problem or a real beef with somebody and some street shit happen, I have nothing to say about that. There's a real problem. There's a real beef. Street shit happen. But you know how much bullshit happens to us in our own communities? And it don't even be a real problem, and it don't even be a real beef. It don't even be nothing worth a person, pardon me, getting hurt for, nevertheless losing their life over. It'll just be some random mofo somewhere because they want to get a position somewhere, start some weird ass rumor, then the next thing you know, a couple people die. What do you think the internet is doing? The internet is allowing more of that. The internet is allowing for the ability for people to make up rumors and everything else at even a greater volume, and allowing for those rumors to even spread further than they normally would. When we have people go do mass shootings and get arrested, how can we also in that same country have a person not harm an individual, just be trying to escape arrest and get killed? I'm gonna need somebody to explain that to me. I'm gonna need somebody to explain that to me, because that doesn't make sense to me. What up, JAS? JAS with the $1 drop. He says, am I supposed to be showing people these? With the $1 drop says, BBN, what up? Blessed night. James S, up. Yeah, I am supposed to be showing these. Shout out to James S. I don't know if he's in here yet. So that's an issue. Think about that. We live in a country where a mass shooter, where the only time where it seems like the only times a mass shooter even gets injured is when they kill themselves. And in the same country that we live in, you can be a person who is just trying to escape arrest. You're not even doing anything to harm anybody. You're just trying to escape arrest. And you could be murdered. And in this same country, the people who are complaining about the police is killing themselves. So that's why I don't get into a lot of these conversations about a lot of shit that got to do with street stuff. Because for us to really have these conversations, we have to call it what it is. We helping to exterminate our own people. When are we going to stop doing that? But we really can't talk about that too much, because we got to talk about this stuff that's going on with the police. So instead of doing any of that, you know what we should be talking about? We should be talking about black love. Because black love is going to cover all that. Because if we out here loving each other, nobody doing nothing to our women. Right? If we out here loving each other, I understand street shit happen, but that shit that's outside of the street shit, that'll not happen. Or at least that'll go lower. I understand street shit happen. It's politics. Things go on. Right? So I want to know, should the government be able to use the lyrics of rappers when they're prosecuting them? I want to know what you guys think about that. Let's get some comments down here. And shout out to this water. I'm really messing with this water right now. I have no idea how to say the name. Esatia? I don't know how to say that. I don't know where they get that from. But it's 95 the pH. It's iodized hydration. It's really lit. I mess with this right here. Shout out to this water. This water quenches all of the thirst. You thought you had a thirst, and then this water pulled up. Thirst gone. I want to know, what do y'all think? Because let's just be perfectly honest. Allegedly, I wasn't following the court case but so close involving AR-RAB. There's reasons for that. I wasn't following the court case but so much by AR-RAB. But what I do know is one of AR-RAB shooters actually turned state's evidence on them. I'm going to say that again. One of AR-RAB shooters allegedly turned state's evidence on him. Harvey Weinstein's movies didn't have anything to do with Harvey Weinstein's crimes, Mega Bills, but that's a nice try. And yes, Harvey Weinstein's movies were brought up. You want to know why Harvey Weinstein's movies were brought up? Because some of the people were saying the way that Harvey Weinstein was able to rape them or to take advantage of them was by offering them roles in movies. So the movies were brought up. But I do get your point. Your point does not escape me. I do get your point. What up, Mega Bills? What up, DSTN? Ain't nobody calling you Dustin. I don't care what your wife says. I'm going to tell you something also. So I was the dude that when you hung out with us, I gave you nicknames and shit like that. That usually stuck. That was me. Yeah, that was me. I was the alpha. Just so we could be clear, when I was growing up, I was the alpha. All of my niggas I hung out with was the alphas, and we all branched out and did our own things with our own little sets. To be honest with you, to keep it a whole stack, and then we all come together and just be bosses. So I think that's why I operate different than a lot of other people. I grew up around people who were just bosses themselves. It was alphas. So I don't know what to tell you. Water's life. At least this water is. Yeah, so I grew up around people that was alphas, and so just so we could be clear, because I gave everybody an intro, and it's normal to me. Like, this is normally what I would do. Usually, if I date a chick and she has a best friend, her best friend has a thing. If I hang out with her and I like her, if I don't like her, she's probably not gonna have a thing. Now, you good, Mega Bills? It was a good question. And you actually made a great point. Because what you're basically saying is why they're going to use rappers' stuff against them in the court of law. But other people, they're not going to use their business against them in the court of law. That's not a bad question. That's a good question. It's just that all I'm saying is that in regards to the rappers are talking about actual crimes that they committed. None of Harvey Weinstein's movies, at least as far as I know, any movie that he was involved in, spoke about how he was molesting or how he was forcing women to have sex with him. So, oh no, their names sometimes had nothing to do with what their names was. I just called people stuff. I had my homeboy. We started calling him Grady. He hated that shit. You know, Grady from Grady from Sanford and Son. Yeah, so we started calling him Grady. It's a long story. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, that's a long story. So yeah, his name was not Grady. His name was Shaka. Shout out to that. Shout out to Shaka. I forgot why we started calling him Grady. I think I was just flaming him one night and the name stuck. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was also the guy that flamed people all the time. So, yeah. I've always been funny. With that being said. What up, GT Massive? Said Frost, that dude with the brush. Damn, he old school. Well, we should care about I need to cut this shit, not for nothing, but we should care about the way we look, right? I care about the way I look. If I cut this shit right here, I'm gonna tell you real talk. Why I don't cut more is because I'm about to say something. It's gonna sound like it's arrogant and shit, but this is facts. Like, I'm really, really handsome. So when I cut all of this shit, I get unwanted attention. So sometimes I prefer to keep my shit and look like a little, like I prefer it. I get unwanted attention for real. Like, it's all like for real. Like, you know, I'm really handsome. For real. And I'm not saying that to be all into myself or nothing like that. I'm stating that it's a fact. They tried to do it with Marilyn Manson too, with the school shootings. Everybody forget about that. They tried to basically cancel Marilyn Manson when the school shooting thing started, but obviously we could tell that Marilyn Manson had nothing to do with any kind of school shootings. But I will tell you what they did do though. Listen, our music wasn't so before Marilyn Manson. What kind of sad music that really came out of hip hop? Hip hop didn't really have sad music. Now after Marilyn Manson, after the 2000s, going into the era that we in right now, all of a sudden sad music started coming out. When sad music started coming out, music for you to just be sad to for no reason whatsoever because it's so depressing. When did depressing rap start coming out? With that SoundCloud shit, right? That's when the depressing rap started coming out. All of a sudden, all of these guys on SoundCloud can started coming out with that depressive rap. Everybody's feeling so down yeah. So they understood the impact of what Marilyn Manson was doing. Marilyn Manson's music might have the capacity to depress some people. So what music did they start pushing in hip hop? A lot of the music that they started pushing in hip hop was music that depressed people listen to. Now I'm gonna keep it a whole stack with you real quick. We're supposed to be having a whole conversation about this court shit, but we're having a music conversation right now. That depressive music from like Triple X, XXX Tentacion, just so we could, the drugs, that's a fact. Just so we could be clear, he's a great artist, but his music is so depressing. What do you expect? Anyway, let's get to the actual topic. Shout out to GT Massive with the $10 drop. He said you come from it. We just knew because we got told. I'm just telling you what it is though. For real. Like, man, some guy, man. The fuck? Like, literally, if somebody say I'm not handsome, if somebody say I'm not attractive, you just know they're hating. Like, even if you want to agree with them because you don't like me, you're like, nah, that nigga hating. Shout out to GT Massive with the $10 drop. This is what I do want to say though. I can't remember them using any of Tekashi's lyrics in court. I'm going to say this again. I'm not saying that they didn't. I'm just saying I can't remember them using any of Tekashi's music in court. I don't got my books with me. I don't got my paperwork with me, so I can't say it off the top of my head. I mean, I can't look it up, but I don't remember them using any of Tekashi's lyrics in court. Maybe one, maybe two. I can't remember it. But I'm going to tell you what I do remember. Pay attention to this. I'm going to tell you what I do remember. Pay attention to this. Listen. Very closely. They said A.R.Rab had a lyric in his rap. The lyric said something about they took 10. Right? I'm going to go find the lyric. Hold on. This is one thing that I do know. And this is what we got to be mindful of, just so we can be clear. I was in court, homie. I don't remember them using I don't remember them using any of Tekashi's lyrics to the effect of trying to put anybody away. I was in court. Hold on one second. They didn't use it in open court. Maybe one lyric here or there, but nothing substantial. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm about to explain why. That's my point. Alright, so we're looking at the Philly Inquirer. They say this is the part I want to just tell you about real quick. Then I'm gonna explain why they didn't use Tekashi's after we finish discussing this. It's gonna take 2 seconds. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it up on the screen for y'all. I'm gonna put it up on the screen for y'all. Hold on. Wow. I should have put Philly Inquirer. Nope, pull right up. Check this out. The assistant U.S. attorney goes on to say, this wasn't a case against rap. Let me make this a little bit bigger. This wasn't a case against rap. Pardon me. Assistant U.S. Attorney Everett R. Witherall said, well, I hope that's how you say that person's name, in court Thursday. Mr. West made it clear, not just in his lyrics, but in his social media, that people should be afraid of him and his willingness to resort to violence. In one 2018 video released after FBI agents raided an OBH stash house at 1 Water Street Apartments in Old City, West complained that the feds took 10 of them, a reference to 10 kilograms of cocaine seized at the scene. $250,000 loss, got a broke heart, he rapped. And after they snatched my dog, that's the worst part. One rat destroyed everything we work for. I pray to God they don't tell him who we work for. So, literally, he told them that those drugs that was taken was his. I'm going to read this again, even though I know y'all can see it. In one 2018 video released after FBI agents raided an OBH stash house at 1 Water Street Apartments in Old City, West complained that the feds took 10 of them, a reference to 10 kilograms of cocaine seized at the scene. $250,000 loss, got a broke heart, he rapped. And they snatched my dog, that's the worst part. One rat destroyed everything for you work for. I pray to God that they don't tell them we work for. Prosecutors interpreted West's lyrics in another video to be admission that he ordered a 2017 murder of rival Robert Johnson, who was shot multiple times in the 4000 block of Benner Street. I do not know how to say that. If somebody knows how to say that, put it in the chat. A member of West Circle, Dantes Taz Stewart, pardon me, I'm over here to water. Shout out to the water. Pleaded guilty to the murder and later testified against him and his co-defendants. I'll have the whole city scared, West Song says. Staying near home, I call Taz and tell him, bring that nigga's head to me. So, literally, we had somebody get into an accident. I hope everything is okay. What up, Roach? Literally, I don't know no other way to say this. I don't know no other way to say that. Is it me or did he just tell on himself? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But did he just tell on himself? Who thinks he told on himself? He told on Taz in the rap too. That's a fact, E-Dogs. He told on Taz too. So I want to know. Self-snitching is an epidemic. How you doing, Liberty Hazelton? Can I tell everybody what happened, Liberty Hazelton, or do you prefer I don't? I don't want to just put people's business out there. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know what I don't know what way to put it. E-Dog said, come on vacation, leave on probation. Come back on a violation. Are you just trying to rap? Good, that's good to hear. Liberty Hazelton was in, he had a situation today. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's my knee. That's crazy. I'm going to show y'all Liberty Hazelton was in an accident today, everybody. He's fine. I think he's fine. I think he said he mentioned it, so I think it's okay if I show the vehicle. So this happened to Liberty Hazelton's vehicle today. Our brother, I think he said everybody's good. So salute to everybody being good. But Liberty Hazelton was in a little accident today. Sorry that happened to you, my brother. Zippo says, last time I was on probation, I just stopped showing up. Had a warrant out of Jersey for years. I laugh out loud, but I'm in Boston, so they didn't come grab me. It's like, fuck it, Jersey's done. Like, we ain't going to Jersey no more. I'm about to go home. Imagine going home and telling your wife, look, we gotta move. Jersey ain't for us no more. What are you talking about? I gotta show up to probation next week. I'm not going. So Boston is us. That's our new home. Yo, but that's crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all that again. Just look. This is what I mean by should. As people do get upset and they're a little perturbed and disappointed and angry at rappers' lyrics being used against them, can we also just look? I'm gonna read it again just so we can be clear. These lyrics were used in a court of law. And if you really want to pay attention, they used the lyrics in a court of law, but the assistant U.S. attorney wanted to make a point. The assistant U.S. attorney wanted to make a point to say that, this isn't against gangster rap. This is because this particular individual rap lyrics that pertain to an actual case, which was in an ongoing investigation. And that's basically what he did. I'm going to read it again. In 2018, a video released after FBI raided the OBH stash house at One Water Street Apartments in Old City West, complained that the feds took 10 of them. A reference to 10 kilograms of cocaine seized. Imagine if you the police. I just want to just be clear on something real quick. Imagine if you a whole detective. Y'all go pull up somewhere, arrest some people for some drugs. And then a rapper starts rapping about the actual bust that happened that took the drugs, and then taking ownership of the drugs that you just confiscated. Zippo says, how stupid could you be? Let's not just say stupid. Like, this is then a thing that goes on in hip-hop all the time. So he's actually sticking pretty close to the brand. They got my 10 kilos of cocaine. He didn't say my 10 kilos of cocaine. He said they got 10 of them. That's what he said. They got 10 of them. Let them put them in the song so they know I'm real. Shaking my head. I don't understand people. I'm going to agree with you. I don't know why everybody want to be real. I don't understand that. Be perfectly honest with you. Everybody want to be everything except for everybody want to be a street dude. I mean, I don't understand it. Shout out to everybody that's their dream, or that's the thing that they want to be a part of, and they succeed. But like that, I don't care about that. I care zero about that. I'd rather be a good husband, good father, good provider. I'd rather be good at those things. I mean, I don't know. That's just me though. Zippo Flame says, I got enough tension growing up, so I don't do shit like this. I don't do social media, period. Bunch of people dying for attention. Yeah, literally, by the way. Who said that line, Zippo? Gambling with skinny me, he only bet bodies. Who said that? Shout out to James S. with the $5 drop. He says, shout out to my wife. Just got back from the doctor. Cancer's gone. Can we clap it up for James S.'s wife? For everybody that don't know, James S.'s wife has been fighting and battling cancer. James S.'s family has been battling cancer. She is cancer free at this point. Cancer is gone. Can we clap it up for James S. and James S.'s wife? Can we put some prayers in the chat? Anything that got to do with the Most High, because obviously he was behind this big victory. Can we clap it up in the chat for James S. and James S.'s wife, please, and their whole family? I'm pretty sure everybody's happy about that. Tell her I said we love her and we're happy that she's now on her road to not having to go through whatever because cancer is a very tough thing to fight. So I know that has to be difficult for her physically. So shout out to James S. Shout out to those doctors. Let's clap it up for them damn doctors, them rat bastards. They saved a good woman. Shout out to GT Massive with the $10 drop. He says, big up, Liberty Love. Appreciate you. Shout out to those doctors saving a good woman. I've been drinking a lot of water today, so the last couple of days. Switching my whole diet around. We're not drinking coffee except for in the morning, 1 cup. That's a fact. Come on. Let's get some stuff in the chat. Celebrating James S.'s wife being cancer free. That's a fact. Sometimes I be knowing about certain things that's going on, but I don't know if people want their business out. So please don't never take it at y'all tell me something and I don't tell everybody as anything else other than I don't want to be the one to deliver your personal business if you don't want it out there. Alright, with that being said, hold on, let's go back over these lyrics real quick. Because the point, I'm not trying to drag, I just want to be clear on something. I am not trying to drag A-Rab by no extent of anybody's imagination. But there's a point where we have to say, stop. There's a point where we have to say some people are not moving and smart. Some people could have made better decisions. But no matter how we feel about them. I think 45 years is ridiculous, just so we could be clear. You got people out here committing murders and getting 10 years. You got a woman that walked up... Hold on. Before we go any further. You got a woman that walked up into a man's house in Dallas while he was just in his crib minding his own business. Shot, killed him, and she got 10 years. How the fuck are you giving this guy 45 years? I don't know how that sits with me. Freaking Derek Chauvin should get about 100 years then, right? They should just give him life. Right? When was the last time we allowed public executions? They should just get life. If he get anything less than life, the federal government should just pull up on the fucking Minnesota or Minneapolis, wherever they at, and be like, yo, look, y'all niggas' time is up. Whoever the person that doles out the less time than life, you know, maybe you don't need to be a judge no more. Just saying. I don't know if 45 years sits well with me. I'm not saying that he didn't deserve to do time. Who the fuck am I to determine that? But 45 years, when we got people murdering people getting less time? I know I don't blame females just because they love dudes that sell dope. And that's a fact. Women love the dudes that sell dope. That's a fact. If you're a dope dealer, you're gonna have all the women. Even if you're not even a good, you don't even gotta be a good dope dealer. You could just be a person who could just be labeled a dope dealer. You're gonna get all of the women. Alright, GT Massive. 45 years is high as shit. Dude, how old is, hold on, let's see how old AR Rab is for a second. I'm gonna tell you what they did. They was just trying to give him life. They don't want him back out on the street at all. I'm telling you what it is. They just don't want, he's 38. AR Rab is 38. They just don't want him back out on the street at all. That's what it is, just so we can be clear. So he's gonna get out what, when he's 83? That's it for him. They just don't want him back out on the street at all. You're right, Dog Soldier. Certain women, not all women. You are correct. I should not have generalized into such a manner. But the women that don't want dope dealers are very small. I don't say shit. Don't mind me. Yeah, I don't know what he got caught with, but I do know that he was a part of other cases like the one that we just spoke about 2 seconds ago. And that's the issue, and that's the problem. So hold on. Let's go over this one more time. I hate when I can't find the button. Okay, I'm just going to put it all the way on the bottom so I don't ever. Alright, so check this out. One more time. Let's go hockey numbers. It's football numbers, homie. Hockey numbers will be low. So check this out. And just so we can be clear, if anybody ever says that the lyrics were not used in the court of law, that's incorrect. Because they literally had the prosecutor interpret the lyrics. Just so we could be clear. It says it right there. Prosecutor interpreted West's lyrics in another video to be an admission that he ordered a 2017 murder of rival Robert Johnson, who was shot multiple times in the 4000 block of the Brenner Street. And I don't know how to say that. A member of West Circle, Dantes Taz Stewart, pleaded guilty to the murder and later testified against him and his co-defendants. It goes on to say, I'll have the whole city scared. Stand near home. I call Taz and tell him, bring that blank's head to me. Investigators discovered the lyrics for that track written 4 days after Johnson's death in a note in West's phone. So he didn't even drop that song yet. He literally was gonna put out a song, maybe, he was at least writing a rap to talk about a killing that somebody did that he ordered. Johnson's mother struggled to express her grief to the judge Thursday, doubled over in sobbing as she stood at a lectern in the courtroom. Ultimately, she was guided out of the room weeping. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I got a whole bunch of any kind of remorse for her, because he literally was a rival dope dealer, right? Robert Johnson, he was a rival dope dealer. I'm not trying to say, first of all, just so we could be clear, your mother and your wife always, in my eyes, a man's mother and a man's wife always has a right to defend them. I don't care what you do. Your mother and your wife always got a right to defend you. And your kids, if they choose to. Especially if you have like a daughter. They always got a right to defend you. Period. To me, there's no getting around that. I don't care how messed up a person is. I don't care what a person did. Your mother got a right to defend you forever. Period. That's your mother. Your wife, she got a right to defend you. Period. I don't care. There's very few things more powerful than a woman's love. Especially a mother's love. Very few things more powerful. So I'm in no way trying to make light of this man's mother breaking down in court while they was talking about how he got murdered. Because in reality, that's his mother. She should. She has that right. Yes, I think that sentence was extremely excessive. I didn't necessarily think that was necessary. That's just me speaking though. What the fuck do I know? I'm just Jack Frost. Apparently I'm wrong about everything. Anyway, he insisted he has said way worse things about Philly rapper Meek Mill in the track he released before his arrest. And he's still running around making millions, West said. In fact, West had little effort to hide the truth behind his lyrics as his career took off from his battle rapping days in the early 2000s. He spoke plainly in interviews about growing up in the crack block in North Philly and inheriting the drug dealing territory from a friend who got out of the trade. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you 100% what got this man indicted. I'm going to tell you 100% what got this man indicted. 100%. You want to know what 100% got this man indicted? That Vlad interview. That Vlad interview. What up, E. Simmons? That Vlad interview 100% got him indicted. You know why, right? Because in that Vlad interview, hold on. The Vlad interview 100% got him indicted. I'm going to explain in a minute. I'm going to explain in a minute. I'm gonna explain in a minute, but hold on. Let's go over what this said in this article real quick. I'm gonna explain in a minute. In the Vlad interview, he literally said that he inherited the his plug after the dude he inherited the connect from his plug, right? Did he say something like that literally in his Vlad interview? Why are they not mentioning the Vlad interview in court? Why are they not mentioning the Vlad interview in court? If during the Vlad interview he said where he inherited his plug, his connect from, how he became the plug. Why are they not talking about that? Why are they not talking about his Vlad interview? They mentioned what happened in it, right? The only time, look. And he's still making millions. In fact, the truth of the lyrics came off. He spoke plainly in interviews about growing up on a crack block in North Philly and inheriting his drug dealing in territory from a friend who. But he said that in the Vlad interview. So why are they not talking about the Vlad interview in court? Why are they not talking about the Vlad interview in court? I'm just asking. High Noon says, also remember, he was quoting the Cassidy back in the day. I'm the one who killed them, these boys dummies. I don't know what you're talking about, High Noon. Explain. Dog Soldier said, because they can't compromise their agent. Straight G Choro said, Vlad been a Fed, don't care what nobody says. Straight G Toro said, drill was like the devil sport. Right there. In fact, West has made a little effort to hide the truth behind his lyrics as his career took off from his battle rapping days back in the early 2000s. He spoke plainly in interviews about growing up on a crack block in North Philly and inheriting his drug dealing territory from a friend who got out of the trade. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say other than he's kind of making it pretty obvious. It's kind of making it pretty obvious. I'm going to explain to you something. You know what they used to do to people before Jerry Springer? Everybody know what they used to do to people before, and when you go on Jerry Springer, you know what they used to do, right? You know what they used to do when you go on Jerry Springer, right? In the green room in the back while you waiting to come out, they got all the alcohol you could drink. E-Dog says, how is Vlad a Fed? He never beat a confession out of people. AR Rab shouldn't be doing interviews. No street dude should. I agree. 100% agree with you. I'm also not saying Vlad is a Fed. People in the chat are. Zippo Flame says that one of AR Rab lyrics is when the feds come, they confiscate the whole stove. Zippo Flame says that AR Rab bars, I probably get light for what's up in my drawer. I'm telling you right now, if I was a rapper, but I also was still in the street, I'd be making the most pop gum music. I'd be making Old Town Road. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be making any raps talking about street shit. I'd be making Old Town Road. Me and my homeboys would be Puff Daddy and Mason it up in the fucking videos. we be in the videos with the shiny suits and shit. Like, yo, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yep, Pee Wee Longway did a Vlad interview the way you're supposed to. Was Pee Wee Longway ever called back, by the way? E-Dog said food's in the green room too. 6-foot subs. But that alcohol is in that damn green room. So when you get out on that stage, you feeling nice and you just ready to roll with the punches and you ready to act a fool. Just so we can be clear, I'm not blaming Vlad for anything stupid that anybody says on those shows. You can just as easily not. I'm not blaming Vlad for any of the stupid things that people go on that show and do. Zero of them. But I am asking. There's only one interview that he did that I know of, where he said where his plug came, where his connect came from. how he inherited the connect from the plug. There was only one interview that I seen him say that on, and that was Vlad's. If people behaved like Pee Wee Longway on Vlad interviews, Vlad wouldn't be able to interview any more of these gangster rappers because it wouldn't be profitable. No, Vlad does not be the answer, Adi. Straight G Toro says he definitely doesn't be the answer. But I'm sure he would like to get an answer, and when stuff comes up, they hit Vlad up, and Vlad takes the money. That's what I think. I don't know, maybe. Mr. Porter says even Mafia members go on Vlad, and I'm pretty sure they check Vlad background to see if he a Fed or not. I am not saying that Vlad is a Fed. I just want to be clear on this. I don't know. I'm not saying that. You don't have to be a Fed in order to do what Vlad is doing and to be good at it. Vlad gets people to come on his show and talk. I can't even be mad at him because these people are offering up their own information. Vlad isn't beating the information out of anybody or anything. They're talking on their own. I'm just bringing up the fact that he only mentioned that on one show, and that show, it doesn't seem like was mentioned in the court. That's it. Yeah, interview with Jack Frost. That is a simple way to fix that problem. That's all I had to say. Excuse me. I am not shooting at Vlad's platform. Vlad revived so many people's career. Stop for a second. Vlad revived a lot of people's careers, okay? There was a lot of people the world forgot about. They went on Vlad, and then all of a sudden their careers started taking off. Let's just be clear on that. Vlad revived a lot of people's careers. Appreciate you, DSTN. That's a fact. That's not up for debate. Alright? That's a fact. Zippo Flame says, Arab always says, what's the point of being king if nobody knows it? I don't know. I don't. Hey, shout out to Star. Star was giving us props today. Shout out to Star. That's the homie. I fuck with Star. That's a fact. A lot of people fuck with Jack Frost and the BBN, man. Just I genuinely don't like. I'm in my lane. A lot of people fuck with us, man. You'd be surprised. Yeah, a lot of people. I can't speak for nobody else, but I can't personally blame anybody because they went on. I can't personally blame Vlad TV if people want to go on the show and talk. But I will say this. I've done interviews with people where they've said some stuff that I thought was a little bit over there, and I deleted the footage. Just keeping it stacked. I did interviews with people that they said things that I thought might get them in trouble, and I said I can't put this out. Just so we could be clear. But that's the type of time I'm on. I can't be upset at another individual who's a journalist that's not on that type of time. That's the type of time I'm on. I look at journalism as also, I try to take like the Hippocratic Oath, do no harm. But that's how I live life. I try to do less harm. I try to do no harm in life. That's just me. I don't want to do no harm. So I've had a couple of interviews with people where they've said some things, and I just took it out. And I said, look, you might get yourself in trouble. Huh? I'm not on that type of time, man. I don't believe in trying to come up off of other people's bad things happening to other people. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in my win has to come at your something negative to you. I don't believe in that. What up, LV the Slap? We got LV the Slap in the house. I don't believe in that. You understand what I'm saying? I get it. That's how some people live, but I don't live like that. I don't live like that at all. That's why I keep trying to tell you. I posted this today. Check this out. I posted this today, and this is a fact. I love being solid because I never have to wonder if it's me or you. If me and you got an issue, it's you. Wait, he sold 180 copies or 180,000 copies? If me and you got a problem, I'm gonna keep it a stack. No disrespect. It's you. It's not me. Allergies is killing me. You serious? 100? I could fucking drop an album and sell more than 180 copies right now. Get the fuck out of here. You serious? I gotta take these socks off. I hate having socks on. You serious? You serious? What's that guy's name? Somebody DM me that. You can't be telling the truth. You gotta be joking. You gotta be joking. You gotta be joking. It can't be 180 copies, man. They wouldn't even count that. You gotta be joking. That can't be true. Somebody counted that? You must have known I was about to kick it. He did 180 what? Miles an hour? I'm not getting into this. You explain to me what that is and why we talk about what we're talking about. I'm not staying on that. I don't even care about that guy. There's no way that could have been true. There's no way that could have been true. He could have bought 180 damn copies himself. There's no way that could have been true. Whoever he's signed under or with or something like that wouldn't even let that happen. They would buy 1,000 copies. There's no way that's true. No way that's true. Labels always buy copies. Hey. Here go Ray Janae. And here go Ray Janae with the grandmoms. Shout out to grandmoms. Putting out them great jeans. Shout out to grandmoms. Being a part of those great jeans. The line of great jeans they got going on over there. Ray Janae. Okay, baby girl. She started a live right as I did that. Shout out to that shit. Can't script this shit. Admins, you know, if anybody ever say that dude's name, they'd be kicked immediately. Can't script this shit. What is the dude in the front doing? Why is that even his position? What in the hell? I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. Oh, he did a 180 on his style. Oh, I don't know. I have the slightest idea. I don't know what his old style was, so there's no way I can know what his new style is. Let's wish the brother some good luck. And I haven't heard his music, but let's hope it's not as bad as people are purporting. Zippo Flame says the new rappers are all dying out. They're beginning at the end of the drill. Well, first of all, what you got to realize is a lot of these rappers were SoundCloud rappers. Academics just had a video where he was talking about it. I didn't see the video, but Academics was just speaking about how a lot of these SoundCloud rappers that was coming out and acting like they was all gangster are getting drowned out now by the rappers who are actually gangsters. Do y'all remember when who was the young I think it was the other YBing dude. I don't know who it was. I can't remember his name, but he came to New York and he got his chain snatched. And Jay Prince had to get his chain back. Who was that dude? So I think Academics was actually on point with that. A lot of these SoundCloud rappers, like, you know, they was coming out talking like they was gang, and they wasn't gang. You know what I'm saying? They was like talking like they was gangsters. Like, it's different. Like, I think it's different. Like, do y'all remember the dude, Young Jesus, I think his name was? White Jesus? I don't know what the hell the guy name was. But he had that... Hold on. He had to literally come out and let everybody know it was just rap, because dudes was pulling up on him. This kid. Remember this kid? No, he's on schedule to do 4K. Do y'all remember this kid? Slim Jesus? Okay, that's a lie. He wasn't killed in no drive-by shooting. What the fuck? Y'all remember this kid? Slim Jesus? And he had that song, but the song slapped. For real, for real. Hold on. He had that song, but that song slapped for real, for real. He was talking his shit, but he wasn't no real gang nigga. So when he tried the Almighty J, thank you, Straight G, Toro. But he was trying to talk his shit, and the song slapped. Like, let's not, like, for real, like, the song really slapped. So he was talking his shit, and then what happened to him? Rappers started pulling up, real gang niggas started pulling up on him, telling him he had to change his name. They was pulling up on him, this and this and that. It was getting kind of crazy. It was getting heavy for him. For real, for real. Tell me where I'm wrong at. Tell me where the lie at. Almighty J is the one that came to New York. He's one of them SoundCloud rappers. He came to New York. They pulled up on him. They cut him. I don't know why they had to cut him, but they cut him. They snatched his chain. He did go to New York and was talking crazy about people. And he got pulled up on. I wouldn't even want to be in a profession where a majority of the time I had to be threatening other people and getting threatened. Like, that don't make sense. I don't want to live like that. Like, I don't want to be around that type of energy. Shout out to them dudes though that could live through that. That's just not my thing. I don't think that was CJ Whoopty. That was somebody that looked like CJ Whoopty. I don't think that was CJ Whoopty. That dude beat up a whole different person. Why y'all be coming in here with all the wrong information? Wait, tomorrow's 420? No. Y'all be coming in here with all the wrong information. Do y'all just be wanting the show to say stuff that's not true? Like, I don't understand why y'all be coming in here with all this wrong information. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know that to be a fact. I'm not going on that. I don't know that to be a fact. And I don't even care if CJ Whoopty did get beat up. It don't matter to me. I don't care if CJ Whoopty got beat up. What the fuck that matter to me for? Just keep it in the stack. I don't care about that. E-Dog says never beef with somebody that got less to lose than you. Cause they may be willing to lose it all. Yeah, your house, your car, family's assets versus their 2 trash bags of old clothes. Exactly. Not doing that. Not doing that. Also, just in general, I just don't want that type of energy around me. You shouldn't either. I don't want that type of energy around me. 9 times out of 10, if me and you go somewhere and we going to do something, and I see that your energy is like, I'm okay with the energy not being aligned. Like the day we meet, I'm okay with being in conversations with you and the energy not being aligned. I'm okay with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if me, you know what I'm saying, maybe we gotta spend more time together, do stuff together, and then the energy will align. So I'm okay with that. It's just so we could be clear. But if I go somewhere and we hanging out and it's like everything that's coming out your mouth is something negative, can't, won't, don't, all something negative, 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 I'm gonna be like, you're not about getting more. I'm about getting more. You're not about getting more. Because how could you be focusing on getting more in life if all you're doing is talking about negativity? You can't be focusing on getting more. Just 2.0 said it was not CJ. Laugh out loud. CJ is Woo, and that was a Woo and Chew beef. That's why he got popped on. The Mac Balls pulled up. Them hats. Shout out to 5'9s. Yeah, come on, man. You see what they doing in the chat. They just saying a whole bunch of things that's not true in hopes to get me to say it. And so what I'm doing is I'm just paying attention. I don't even think that's a straight G Toro, by the way. So all I'm doing is paying attention. And thank you, just to 2.0. Says Jack know what he's talking about 9 times out of 10. Appreciate you. I hope he does. I hope he tries to put hands on me as soon as possible. He's always known where I live, by the way. He's never pulled up. See, I don't have that energy for everybody, but there's certain people I got that energy for. So all of you people out there that want to really see me get it in, just have one of these dudes that I don't like, that I really don't like in my heart, pull up. Don't have some random I really don't got no problem with. I'm going to give that nigga all the passes in the world. But you're talking about mental prisons about symbology scanner because I commented on that weirdo's comment. Ain't nobody's coming after nobody nowhere. I'm gonna say this much about the Almighty J situation. You can't ask whatever you ask the universe for, it's gonna give you, right? So ask the universe for things that you actually want to receive. Don't ask the universe for things that you don't want to receive. What you ask the universe for, it will give you. Like if you spending your time asking the universe for negativity because you're materializing, you're trying to materialize negativity, whether it be towards somebody else or towards yourself or whatever the case is, the universe is going to give that to you. There's a reason why people that have, there's a reason why people that have don't fuck with people who don't have. There's a reason for that. So I say all that to say this. Say all that to say this. Listen. Say all that to say this. Listen close. Yeah, negative people are stuck in their mental prisons. Yeah, that's a fact. I say all that to say this. Listen. When Almighty J came to New York, he was talking crazy unnecessarily. So people pulled up on him. Because he was calling that energy to him. Don't call that energy to you. Don't spend your time thinking about negative things. Spend as much time as possible thinking about positive things. Period. that's what you're going to materialize. That's what you want to create. That's what you want to materialize. That's what you want in your life. If you spend time thinking about negative things, you're going to materialize negative things. Look, I'm going to let y'all see what type of music I listen to. Only people that never fought make fun of people losing the fight. Now you see why I'm not saying that. Like, that's why I said I don't even care if that was CJ Whoopty or not. It don't matter to me. It don't matter who lost that fight. You lose a fight. Sometimes you lose. It is what it is. I just want y'all to see something. This is the music I listen to. Excuse me. This is the music I listen to, y'all. This is my programming. All right. These are my this is my programming. All right. That's the music I listen to. That's the type of shit I listen to. The music you listen to is your programming. Here go my favorites. The music you listen to is your programming, yo. It's your programming. The music you listen to is your programming. This is what I listen to. I don't know about why that's in there, but I do listen to Nas, and I do listen to a song that got a lot. I do listen to that song with 6ix9ine and this other dude. So yeah, that dude would belong to be in there. Because one of my favorite songs is Swerving. That's a fact. Swerving. That's one of my favorite songs. That's a fact. Swerving is hard, and if you take 6ix9ine off of Swerving, it ain't the same song. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But as you can see, most of the music I listen to is shit that's like, that's what I listen to. That's my programming. Write and speak the negative lyrics and violence away from you. Boom. That's my programming. That's the songs I listen to. That's the shit that I vibe on. You feel me? So that's what we need to do. And that's why, you know, it is what it is. You'll be surprised at how many times the only thing that saved you was your positive mindset. And you'll be surprised that the only reason why certain negative things happened to you was your negative mindset. You'll be surprised. That energy, you can feel it. Like, I can't speak for everybody else, but you should be able to feel other people's energy. Yeah, I guess depending on how strong you are, or depending on how strong they are, but you should be able to feel it. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about some crazy shit. Don't mind me none. I don't know who Krino is. Except the bag song. The bag song is all positive. The bag song is about getting people away from you that's on that bullshit. The bag song is positive. Let's listen to the bag song real quick. Somebody already got kicked. Dope. Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing. Cuckoo. And get thrown out the conversation. Throw up 2 fingers and tell them, please don't keep the drama waiting. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN. Hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content. Come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost. Yeah, you dudes need to back off. He got the work around here. Yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name. That's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags. And you asking what they heavy for? 4-foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. Good conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah. Why niggas be like that? I unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold those over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags? Nah, bag song is positive. The bag song is about keeping all of the negative bullshit over there. That's what the bag song is about. That's what the bag song is about. Boom. Keeping all negative energy away from you. That's what we gotta focus on. I think I hit people with bags. I think I hit people with bags because they have a difference of opinion than me. Look at the comments. I hit people with bags because they bring in negativity into the chat. Do you allow people to come into your house and start talking shit to you? Have you ever allowed somebody to come into your house and start talking shit to you? I'm curious. Ever? Have you ever allowed somebody to come into your house where you live and talk shit to you? That's what the bag song is about. Keeping your own self peace. We're not going to argue with these niggas. We're just going to kick them out the door and keep it pushing. That's what the bag song is about. We are an hour and a half in, so this is the part of the show where we just bullshit and we talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. What you guys want to talk about? We are an hour and a half in, so this is the part of the show. Where we talk about what you guys want to talk about. So what you guys want to talk about? Also, let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on, let's go. Let's get some hater drops. We done hit like 6 or 7 people in the face with bags. It's all like the same person, but they had like 6 or 7 different accounts. We hit them all with bags. Let's get some hater drops going. Fuck a $10 drop. Let's get some hater drops going. Let's smack some haters. What's absolutely not? Oh yeah, no, we're not. Like, who lets? See, that's the point that I don't get. You understand? Like, who lets people come into their house and talk crazy to them? Who does that? I don't even invite people in the crib. I had a whole grown man come mad at me because I wouldn't let him in my house. I'm dead serious. He went on YouTube and complained about it because I wouldn't let him in my house. So what the fuck? This is the type of time some people on. UFOs, and Pentagon has been confirming UFOs for about 2 months now. I want to say something real quick. Are they aliens or is that God coming back to the planet? I'm going to say this again. If you saw an angel, would you know what an angel looked like? If you saw an angel, would you know what an angel looked like? So I hear them saying aliens, but an angel would be alien to us, wouldn't it? A demon would be alien to us, wouldn't it? If a demon came to Earth, it would be alien, right? So they're saying that there's UFOs. Hell, the UFOs still could be a man-made craft that just came from another side of the planet, right? So I think that there's a lot going on there. I don't think we should just jump on whatever the first narrative is. There's a lot going on there. That could be government. That could be the government flying some shit up there, and they just don't want us to know what they're doing in the sky. Oh man, UFO. They don't want to tell us. But even if we want to get outside of that and we want to talk about something that has more to do with theology, if we saw an angel or a demon, would you be able to tell the difference? I wouldn't. And I know I wouldn't. I'm not going to pretend that I would. That's exactly what I just said. It might also be native to the planet. It could literally just be some other country with some technology that we don't have. But it could also be a demon or angels, right? I believe in the Most High. Might be a demon or angels. Who the fuck knows? And if it was a demon or angels, they would be considered an unidentified flying object, right? People stop thinking that a UFO is an alien. A UFO is anything that's in the air and you can't identify it. Literally, that's what the name is. Unidentified flying object. Just saying. So that's the type of time I'm on with it. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. So you don't even know what it is. It could be anything. It could be anything. You don't even know what it is. It could be damn near anything. You have no idea what it is. Say UFO. Even if it's an aerial phenomenon, it's still just something that they don't know what it is, right? Right? At the end of the day, they just say there's a thing. It's in the sky. We don't know what it is. They could give it whatever name they want to give it. I'm going to tell you, see, I don't adhere to programming very easy. It's not easy to just program me. So I don't adhere to programming. So a lot of the things that I see in our pop culture, I just react to it a little bit differently. I'm just affected a little bit differently. While other people are affected, like, you know, however the fuck they're affected. I just react to it, and I'm affected by it a little bit differently. I don't look at it probably the same way everybody else do. Anyway, we had an hour and 40 minutes. I'm gonna let y'all up out of here. Okay, that's sexy. I don't know what that was about. I wanted to see what that was. Wait, hold on. Zippo says, let's talk about Jules failing his drug test for opiates and methadone. I'm not 100% sure what he failed his drug test for. But if he but methadone is a drug that they give you to help you when you have a opioid addiction. So if he failed it for methadone, then he shouldn't be in trouble. That don't make sense. I'm gonna say that again. Yeah, there's gonna be a morning show tomorrow. So look, I don't get it. That don't make sense. Just so we can be clear, that don't make sense. I'm gonna explain how that don't make sense. You said I'm not saying that this isn't what happened. I'm just saying it don't make sense. Said let's talk about Jules failing his drug test for opioids and methadone addiction. But methadone is the drug that they give you to help you when you have an opioid addiction, right? So he shouldn't be able to fail his test for having methadone in his system. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, goes on to say, damn, methadone is the end of the line for opioid addicts. Most people who use that are on it for life. Yeah. Yeah. Methadone is at that point where you're just absolutely screwed. That's what methadone is. When you're absolutely screwed. That's what methadone is. And it's just like, you got to get off of these drugs. I don't even know if methadone, I don't even know if there's ever been any person that had to take methadone to get off of whatever and then don't take methadone no more. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there is, but I don't know how often it happens. And I'm not saying that to be, go at anybody. I consider drug addiction to be a disease. Thank you, Just 2.0 says this is the ending of the show. 9 times out of 10, Jack has already covered all the topics on the Tonight Show. You should know this if you are on board. This is a fact. Appreciate you. Queen Tamika Mallory is live. Oh, somebody else is live on Queen Tamika Mallory's page. Shout out to that though. Yeah, I think people like to hear me repeat myself too. That's why I stopped doing it. We just had a couple of people that was up in here purposely trying to give out bad information so they could tape me saying it, repeating it back to them, so they could probably make videos saying that I was lying. You understand what I'm saying? Bottom of the barrel niggas. So, you know, it is what it is. You just got to deal with shit when it comes. That's it. Just keep it pushing. I'm going to tell you what the real flex is. The real flex is when you find out how many people want to fuck with me, but I was too busy saying I'm going to try a little bit harder to do as much as I can on my own without asking for assistance or getting any help. That's the real flex when you find that out. When you find out, yo, this person been wanting to fuck with Jack for how long? And Jack been just trying to just do it himself. He ain't been fucking dick riding, none of that. Like, yeah, Jack ain't been doing no dick riding. Jack ain't been doing none of this weirdo shit that a lot of these other people do. None of it. That's gonna be the real flex. For real, for real. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all up out of here. It's definitely a pleasure. Shout out to, let me get these drops together real quick. Yeah, that's gonna be the real. Why did I keep E-Dog's jump off up there? Oh, because he said the thing about the dump. Yeah, they BANs, man. Come on. It's alright, though. Yeah, it's alright, though. Some people, they don't got nothing in life. Some people, all they got in life is they beef with Jack Frost. They don't got nothing else. Let them have it. Let them have that beef they have with me in their heads. Let them have it. They don't got nothing else. If they had something else, they'd be doing it. Shout out to GT Massive with the $10 drop. Shout out to James S with the $5 drop. Shout out to GT Massive with the $10 drop. Shout out to Dog Soldier with the $5.50 drop. And shout out to JAS with the $1 drop. Definitely appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody. Like, you really have no idea. I appreciate the people that like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate everybody that pull up. Like, on some super real shit. I get why some people don't hit the like button, because there be certain people in here that have their own channels and they don't have fake channels. So on their channel, they don't want to hit the like button, because every time you hit the like button, you put people inside of a playlist. So I get why some people don't want to hit the like button, and that's fine, right? Absolutely get it. But remember this. Latest symbology. It's a maintenance drug. He didn't tell the judge he would be taking methadone. Well, but the point is that he can then supply to the judge that he takes methadone. That's my point. But if he didn't tell the judge he didn't take methadone, then yeah, they should be pissed. That's a fact. Yes, we got tacos today. That's a fact. I don't eat guac. I had guac the first time ever today. It wasn't that bad. I should have listened to Kendra. Alright, we're going to close it out. The government is now using rap lyrics to take down rappers in actual court cases that they're saying their rap lyrics is talking about crimes that were committed on actual streets. This is what I have to say about that. I don't see where the government is wrong, but I also do not see where the government is right. I 100% understand that the government want to use every single way in which they possibly can to get people off of the streets that they consider to be criminals and they consider to be harmful to the community. And at the same time, I know for a fact there are a lot of rappers out there that say that they did things that they took no parts in. So while I'm not saying that the government should not be able to use these things against rappers, what I am saying that the criteria for them to be able to use a lyric in a court case should be extremely high. You should have to be able to connect not just one or two dots, but a litany of different dots, just to make sure that no mistake is made. Remember, it is much better to have a guilty man on the street than have an innocent man in jail. So as we do talk about the way that these things go, and as far as what the government is now doing, how they're going to use these rap lyrics against rappers, now you put the onus on the rapper to be more responsible. And I don't see anything wrong with that, because at the end of the day, remember, we have little kids singing these rap lyrics, we have youth being encouraged by these rap lyrics, and we have some people out here that might not have the right mental constitution out here trying to live out these rap lyrics. So putting the onus on hip-hop artists to be a little bit more particular with the word and the verbiage that they use when they're making their music, and to be a little bit more responsible with the music that they decide to put out to the public, I personally don't see anything wrong with that. But at the same time, understand that this same mechanism in which they're using can be used in a way that can harm individuals that had nothing to do with crime. So the first thing that needs to be done is we need to actually, and this is a good thing, not a bad thing, we need to actually just start having lawyers that specialize in rap lyrics, not just lawyers that specialize in defending rappers. The reason being is you're going to have a rapper who's going to have some type of connection to some type of criminal organization. That criminal organization will do a thing. The rapper will make a rap. Now all of a sudden, now the rapper is allegedly allegedly rapping about the crime that the criminal organization did, and they might not even know that the criminal organization did that specific crime because they're out of the loop. So what we need now to do is, like I said a minute ago, be more responsible when we're making these raps. We need to stop having artists out here. I mean, do what you want to do. Don't take my advice. But we need to stop having these artists out here promoting black death and violence. Because if we're going to say we don't want the police to kill black people, we should also be saying we don't want our celebrities to be talking black death into our communities. Because at the end of the day, both of those things are the exact same thing. We have to hold everybody accountable. If we want police to go to jail for the same amount of time as killing a black person as would a regular black person get for killing a black person, we have to also say that we have to have a concise and we have to have a consistent message that Black Lives Matter, and the only people that should be held to this standard should not only be people who are not black. Black people should also be held to this standard. So as we look into the universe and we see that people are often doing things that are extremely negative, extremely hateful, and making sure that our community moves backwards rather than forwards, one of the things that we have to say is, what are you doing to be helpful? What are you doing to participate either in our distress or in our incline to better prosperity? What are you doing to help us win, and what are you doing to force us to lose? These are the mindsets that we need to start having. So when you see individuals that's trying to destroy other black people and you stand around and you watch and you don't do anything about it, you are actually part of the problem. Just like when you see a police officer trying to abuse a black person with an arrest and you say stop resisting, and if the person doesn't stop resisting and ends up getting killed, you blame the person that gets killed. It's the same thing. Let's have the same energy and the same standards towards everybody, not just towards the people that we like and then towards the people that we don't like. Screw them. Let's have that same energy that everybody has to be held responsible and everybody needs to be held accountable, not just for their actions that they actively participate in, but also their actions that they passively participate in. Because at the end of the day, you can't tell me that all Black Lives Matter and you're black and you're busy out here waging war on another black person. With that being said, if you got anybody still awake in your household, please give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers while they still here. Also, when we wake up in the morning, what we want to do is drink some water. This is the water I'm currently drinking. As you can see, there has a 9.5 pH. When we started the show, I think this bottle was full. This is where it's at right now. Drink that water. Stop drinking so much soda. Stop drinking all of this shit with this sugar in it. Stop drinking so many things with that is just not going to be helpful to you. Start putting more things into our body that's going to help us win, not help us lose. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.